The biggest moment in this week House of the Dragon episode was not a dragon attack, it was not a battle, and it was not a queen threatening to burn an entire town. It was four people sitting quietly around a dinner table because in that single conversation, Rhaenyra may have made the biggest political mistake of her entire reign, and almost nobody noticed. At first glance, Corlys Velaryon simply asked for one thing: recognize Alyn and Addam as his true son, legitimize them, give House Velaryon on the hair simple, except it was not simple at all because this was not a family request, it was a bill that had finally come due. Think about everything Corlys has already sacrificed: his daughter Lena, gone his son Lanor, gone from his life, his wife Rhaenyra killed fighting for Rhaenyra, his grandson Lucius dead, his fleet destroyed piece by piece, even Corlys himself nearly drowned during the Battle of the Guld. No lord in Westeros has sacrificed more for Rhaenyra's cause. No demon, not Zeus, not anyone, nor and after giving almost everything, he asked for just one reward. But here what makes this skin so brilliant, Corlys never begged, he never demanded, instead he presented Rhaenyra with a problem. House Velaryon has no legitimate heir without one. The most powerful naval house in Westeros could eventually collapse, and if House Velaryon falls, Rhaenyra lost much more than a loyal friend. She lost her navy, her supply lines, her greatest political ally. So what did Rhaenyra say? Nothing. She paused just for a moment, but sometime silence speaks louder than word, because after everything Corlys had lost, the hesitation told him something. It told him the queen was calculating whether his family was worth the political risks, and for a man who had buried nearly everyone he loved fighting for her, that silence hurt more than a refusal. But here the question: why did Randra hesitate at all? Because the answer goes all the way back to season 1 and to one word that had haunted her entire life. The one word that started the war. To understand why Randra could not answer immediately, you have to go back to the very beginning of this story, because this entire civil war started with a rumors, one word: bastard. For years, the Green claimed that Randra's sons Zacharias, Lucius, and Joffrey were not true bomb Valrons. They said those boys had no right to inherit, no right to rule, and no right to sit on the Iron Throne. The execution poisoned the kingdom long before the first dragon ever took flight. Remember Waymond Valerion, when Crowles was believed to be dying? Wyman stood before the entire royal court and publicly declared that Lucifer had no legitimate claim to Driftmark. He did not challenge Luke's courage, he did not question his character, he questioned his blood. And before the could even finish, Damon Tagron cut off his head. That moment solved the argument, but it did not erase the suspicious. It only buried it beneath fear. Now imagine Randra position today. Corleans is asking her to officially legitimize Alan and Adam. On paper, it sounds fair, but politically, it's explosive, because the moment she signed that decree, her enemy gain a new weapon. They will say, if Bastard can suddenly become legitimate heirs with a royal signature, then weren't Randra Owen's son supposed to be accepted the same way? To us, those situations are different. To her political enemy, they are exactly the same, and that's why the decision is so dangerous. Randra is not ruling from a position of strength. She under pressure from every direction. The royal treasury is nearly empty. The faith has begun question her legitimacy. The realm is exhausted by war, and every powerful lord is watching to see whether the Christian queen make even one mistake, one signature could become another excuse to attack her clam sawyers, her Hesitation makes political sense, but politics is not the only thing happen here. Because while Randra was cultivating risks, Collins was measuring loyalty, thinking about what he heard in that silence. I have sacrificed my wife, I have sacrificed my family, I have sacrificed my fleet, I will almost give my own life, and after everything I am done, the queen still is not sure if my son are worth recognizing. That's not just political hesitation, that's personal, and something personal would become political disaster. But here where the episode become even more dangerous because this dinner was not happening in isolation at the exact same time. Two new dragon riders were becoming increasingly frustrated with Randra, and if you connect those two storylines, you can already see the next battle forming. The mistake that could cost Randra everything. Here the part most people miss this was not just a conversation about inheritance, it was a conversation about trust, and at the exact same time that Corlys was questions Randra's judgment. The show quickly revealed another probably growing beneath the surface, the dragon seed. For the first time, common born man now controlled dragon. That changed the balance of power forever, but power without loyalty is incredibly dangerous. Take Hugh Hammer, he now rides one of the most powerful dragons alive, but his family is trapped in territory controlled by the enemy than their Hugh Alpha White, a man who enjoys attention, recognition, and reward. Both men risked everything for Randra, yet neither feels truly respected. The episode does not scream this at you, it whispers it, and that's exactly what makes it so terrifying. Now connect that to Corleas, one loyal lord, one legendary commander, two new dragon riders, all living the same episode with growing doubts about their queen. That's not coincidence. That's storytelling because kingdom does not usually collapse. For one catastrophic mistake, they collapse through a dozen of small disappointments. One ally began to question, another feels ignored, another wait too long for recognition. Eventually, the foundation start cracking, and by the time the ruler noticed, it's already too late. Book readers immediately recognized what the writers were setting up. Without giving away major spoiler, let's just say the loyalty become one of the biggest themes of the Dance of the Dragon. Some of the people ran a trust will betray her, some people see doubt will remain loyal until the very end. And that's what makes this dinner scheme so brilliant is asking one simple question. Can a queen recognize loyalty before it's too late, or does she only understand its value after she already lost it? Corlys did not ask for gold, he did not ask for castle, he did not ask for more power, he asked for something every father wants for his son to be acknowledged, to erase the shame they had carried their entire life. And after everything he sacrificed, he had to wait some time. A delay us hurt almost as much as no, because hesitation create about and doubt spread faster than wildfire. The tragedy is almost poetic. Randra spent her entire life fighting against the accusation that her own children were legitimate. She knew better than anyone how devastating that single word bastard could be, at when two men who had risked everything for her asked to have that word erased forever. She hesitated not because she was cruel, not because she did not care, but because being queen forced every decision through the good lens of politics, and sometimes politics demand a price that's impossible to measure until it's already been paid. Now I want to hear your opinion. If you were sitting in Randra place, would you have signed the decree immediately or would you have hesitated the way she did? Tell me your answer in the comment and more importantly explain why. Because in House of the Dragon, the most dangerous battles are not always fought with dragons, sometimes they fought across a dinner table. If you enjoy this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn notification. Next, we will break down the growing dangers surrounding the dragon seed and why one decision could change the entire course of the dance of the dragon. So, next one. Bye.